Okay, marginal. Oh, this looks like it'll be a vibe. I mean, I almost do want to try. I think maybe for gas giants we could do the free lanes cruise mode thing, but that might, I guess that might work, but I don't know, it seems interesting. The water is safe, very green. Standard, ooh. Nothing in the ocean. It's really ironic also that I'm like, yes, there's nothing in the ocean to survey, when it's like, I love seafood. I would be a pescatarian if I had to be. Also, I grabbed a bunch of weapons and I need to like I guess I'm vibing with the Beowulf. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I do think that I don't know, I want to make a video game. I want to make that video game based off of I want to make a tabletop RPG because I can do all of that design work by myself. I can't make the video game I would want to make, I cannot make myself. At some point I'm going to have to try and make a video game. That is going to happen at some point. But that ain't happening for a while. I do think that designing a system in a tabletop RPG and then trying to translate that to a video game is the best way to do it, but I don't know. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'll probably... Oh, really, guys? Come on. What am I shooting? What are these sights? What weapons do I got? You seem to remember, I think they had a super duper Beowulf that it was like, oh, this is really good. Oh, it was like a titanium Beowulf, I think. Oh, you know what? Okay, alright. Sorry, I was gonna say, yeah, I also, dealing with bugs in Fallout, well, shotguns aren't as great as one might think for that. If you had birdshot, they would be great for that. Dealing with giant bugs. So in Cyberpunk Red, I hate how they do shotguns because they treat it like a flamethrower. They treat it like an AoE weapon, which, I mean, I get it, but the spread on a shotgun is not, like, so great that it can just clear a room by virtue of you aiming inside of the room. And I guess? Huh. Yeah, no, I guess what I would probably want to do is like, okay, so because Cyberpunk has a fun way of like, oh, you have a difficulty around. I'm thinking through this. Okay, I'm thinking through this. I don't have the thought fully figured out yet. In Cyberpunk, you have a difficulty for distance. So if somebody's right next to you with a handgun, it's super easy to hit them. If they're super far out, it's very difficult. If somebody's is right in front of you and you have a sniper rifle, it's going to be hard to hit them. If somebody's far out, it's going to be relatively easy to hit them. Blah, blah, blah. I like that system. I think it's cool. I think it's neat. But also I think it's, like, you have to have an entire chart just to know what you're hitting. It's kind of dumb. It's not dumb, it's cumbersome. Sorry, yeah. It's cumbersome. So my thought is just to have a roll-off, just your attack versus the other person's evasion. Yes, with but I do want shotguns to behave a little bit differently, so that literally you're like, hey, I want, like, a shotgun is the weapon that you use. The shotgun is the basic or the weapon that you would choose if you don't know if you're poor with ranged weapons and you need a ranged weapon. I'm thinking, like, you roll an attack and it's yeah, I guess it could be something. I mean, it could be you roll an attack and it's okay, I guess it's the attack that I want to be different. The way that I had it was that I have a home rule in Cyberpunk Red where the shotgun, it's always the lowest difficulty requirement, but the damage is, but instead there's damage fall off, so the further you are, the worse damage it does. So that, yeah, I mean, like, if like, it's good, you can use it to be pretty effective, but you know, like, if you really want to use it, like, to its maximum effect, you need to be super close in, and that's something you probably aren't going to do if you're not super great with combat. So I think, I don't know, I think it makes sense, but that doesn't really make sense because it's like, because, like, you don't have the range difficulty thing, so everything is just a roll versus an evasion, and for some, like, well, I mean, you can't have, you know, oh, the shotgun just, I mean, you can give a bonus, I guess, but it also has to have some different way to map the damage, right? I'm just leaving you in there, bud. What are... oh my god. Did I... oh. Okay, there we go. That's part of that. I guess the shotguns... I was thinking, like, you could do a roll for how many of the pellets hit. And I guess you could just do that, where it's like, oh, how many pellets hit? And instead it's, it could be a thing where it's like, roll a d10. Ooh, okay, it could be. It could be something like that, where like, if, like, how many pellets do you have? There, and you can go from like 1 with a slug to 9, and the higher you roll, like, you know, if you roll a 1, nothing hits. If you have the 9 pellet thing and you roll a 2, then 1 pellet hit. And so, you know, it's whatever that, it's a low number of damage times whatever. It could be that. It could be that. It could be something else, though. And also, like, well, I want to have, like, the attack or the skill checks. The skill checks be d20s. Damage be d6s, and sometimes d10s. I guess that could be it. I don't know. I don't hate that idea. Especially, like, you can map it out to numbers, but then you have to have a chart specifically for shotguns. Trying to think of a lightweight rule, because I'm like, oh, okay, however much you won, so a shotgun can have like 5 to 10 shots, or 5 to 10 projectiles, and however many, if you score over, like, you're shooting the shotgun, the defender lost, how much did you beat him by? If you won 5 over, so you rolled a 20, he rolled a 15, you're going to do whatever the damage is times 10, because there's the base number of projectiles. Like, if you tied, it would be 5 projectiles. So, you know, whatever it is, 4 times 5 damage or whatever. But then it could also be 4 times 10, if you roll high enough. I think that could work decently well. And obviously, if you have like a 10 lead over, well, there's a maximum of whatever it would be, 7, 8, 10 shots or projectiles. And, you know, so like. And then you also get a bonus with the shotgun. So it's like shotguns are just going to be a +2 to hit or whatever. Yeah, I think that could work. Aurora Palm. Okay. It's also really silly because, like, I really do want to go back and play Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. I want to do Fallout 3, like the Tale of Two Wastelands style, where it's, or I want to do Tale of Two Wastelands where I am playing Fallout 3, but I am playing it inside of Fallout New Vegas, just because New Vegas has, you know, a few, like, little improvements over 3, like the ammo system or whatever, that I'm like, yeah, I wanna have that. I I don't know exactly how it works, but the way that it's like shotguns are displayed, right? In Fallout 4, it's just like, oh, there's just one damage number, and it's like, well, I want to know how much damage this, well, like, each pellet is, you know, like, when they get hit with a spray, do they just take 165 damage, or, you know, is it being divided by, you know, is that the aggregate total between 7 projectiles or whatever? Like, yeah, I don't know. Because also, like, shotguns, you know, need to do have that balance of, like, yes, you're gonna hit stuff, they can do a lot of damage, but they can't beat armor. I really want to see, I've heard about, oh, flechettes are this great armor-piercing thing, and, like, in a couple of Fallout 4 mods, there's, oh, you can change the shotguns to shoot flechettes that are going to be armor-piercing, but a little less damage or whatever. It's like, every time I've heard about flechette projectiles in the real world, with, like, sabot, with, like, plastic sabots, so it's like a extremely thin needle, I don't know, a 1mm flechette, contained within this plastic container that's has it, and, you know, it's in a 30 caliber rifle or whatever, and then when it's shot, the sabot splits, and the sabot splits and the flechette goes flying off at, you know, lethal speeds or lethal velocity. But yeah, every time I've heard that something goes wrong with that, like with stabilization, and maybe it's just because you need, what you actually need is like a flechette shaped bullet. Like the sabot is the problem, but I don't know. It's also, well, I don't know. There's a bunch of things with that. I mean, like, if you were to shoot steel balls, if you were to shoot hardened steel balls, they would have better armor penetration than lead shot. Not changing the shape, not changing, well, I mean, you would be changing the weight, but if it was just the material, well, I guess just the material, but just like the hardness, because yeah, you take a 50 BMG FMJ and lead core FMJ, it's not going to pierce shit compared to a 50 BMG armor piercing. Just because it's 50 BMG don't mean shit. It means it is only part of the equation. It does mean some shit, but it means, you know, relatively little shit compared to everything else. And I should shut up, because a 50 BMG lead core copper jacketed bullet is going to pierce. It'll penetrate my sorry ass, that's for damn sure. But no, it'll like, I don't know, if you're looking for the maximum penetration, that chicka wow wow. Lead core is not the material to use. Hardened steel would definitely be better. Even mild steel, or, you know, softer steels would do better. I don't know, I don't have any numbers or any extensive testing on that I can point to, but I am pretty certain of that. But yeah. Oh, but shotguns should probably be super... pretty good against... I mean, anything that has soft armor, or very light armor, shotgun would be pretty effective against. But also, a shotgun, like... mapping out damage in a tabletop RPG can be... to do it in a way that is conducive to actually enjoying the game is definitely a thing. Do you have... Oh, you're not going to tell me anything? Okay, I don't want to... I probably don't really want to do this right now, to be completely honest with you. I do... Before I forget, because I will, I do just want to put some stuff away, such as that... Oh yeah. Such as that. Probably that, really. I'll use the, Nope. Oh yeah, that'll be way better. Okay. Helmets, I don't need 2. Why the hell do I have 2? Resources, store all resources. Ammo. I'm gonna say, let's see if I can remember what fucking ammo goes to what guns. And honestly, I think actually, if you can upgrade like the weapons, I would love to be able to upgrade the Rattler. I really liked the Rattler, but you could only get it to refined and it couldn't go to advanced or whatever, which was like the big problem. And I would use it anyway, but just because I use it doesn't mean it's the best thing. B is favorite. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, well... that felt like an episode and a half, but it didn't really feel... It doesn't seem like it was. Anyway, until next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.